Welcome back to Red Dead Online. In this video, I'm going to be running you through exactly how everything works with the Moonshine business and how you get it all started. So, from the very beginning, you're going to pause your game, you're going to head into the benefits section, and you will see it here on the left-hand side. Moonshine is now available. You press A on that, or I believe you can make your own way to where Maggie is located, but then you would press X and that will say become a Moonshiner. It'll put you into a loading screen, you will spawn outside a shack, you jump into the yellow circle, that is going to introduce you to Maggie Fike, who runs all of the moonshining stuff. After that cutscene, you will be given a choice of 5 different locations where you can set up your shack. We all chose the Heartlands just because it's fairly central to everything else, and so far it's been pretty beneficial to select that area. Although, don't panic because you can change it at a later date. To first invest into this role, it's going to cost you 25 gold bars. You don't actually earn much gold through the moonshining, if any at all. But you have your other roles, you have your daily challenges, lots of other ways you can earn gold in the game. So you pick your location. If you ever want to relocate, you can do it through left on your D-pad. You can go to Camp and Properties, your Moonshine Shack, you can choose the location, and it's going to cost you $250 to move it around. You can pick the Bayou, the Grizzlies, Hennigans, or Tall Trees. So, you get your little Moonshine Shack, it's going to look like that if you look at the bottom left corner on the mini-map. And also, if you go to any fast travel point, you can fast travel directly to the Moonshine Shack. You can invite players into your Moonshine Shack, or what you can do is if you're part of a posse, walk up to the door and hold B if you're on Xbox. It will bring all of your posse members in with you no matter where they are on the map. So we're going to enter the shack and explain everything on the inside. I do have the bar and the band expansion which I'll show you. If you watched the 8.5 hour stream we did on this, you would have seen we had an absolute blast. Getting that band expansion for the bar was probably the best thing I've ever done in this game. If you're up for having a laugh, you like the setting, the music and stuff, then it's definitely worth buying both the expansions actually, because you can have fun with the bar as well. So Maggie's going to sit in this corner. If you come over to her, you can access the store, you can do a bootlegger mission, or you can play a story mission. Altogether, she has 5 story missions, and if you look at the top left, I currently have the lowest mash ingredient price available. I can't further reduce it, it's currently free because I have one of the things from the Outlaw Pass. But if you go into the store, this is where you do your upgrades and get your expansions. You can hang the photos up when you unlock them from the pass. I can actually get the buck and stuff now. The buck one's free. I didn't even know that. But we now have a photo hung up in the Moonshine bar. So that's where you do all your upgrades. A bootlegger mission is a very, very small mission. It doesn't take too long. This is all best done in a posse because you share XP and you get a little cut of a cell mission. But if you do a bootlegger mission, you basically go to a hideout or something like that. You deal with some enemies or go around destroying equipment that other rival members, like rival teams of moonshiners are building up, and you destroy their equipment, and you're going to get a reduced cost on producing your own moonshine. But before you can do any of that, you have to get a cook. His name is Marcel. I will introduce you to him downstairs. He's a bit of a pleb if you ask me. And he's got the strongest, most stereotypical French accent in the world. But then you also have to go and get your equipment, which is your condenser, and I think there's a couple of other things you have to go steal so that you can set all of this up. But you do the setup missions, you can run the bootlegger to get a reduced cost on your mash, you can do the story missions, which will also give you Moonshiner roll XP, and you can do all of your upgrades through Maggie up here. Then we head downstairs. And just be careful because we did the first story mission where we had to go and rescue Lem, which is Maggie's nephew. And there's an area where he's coming down on the wagon. He's going to stop at this crossroads near, I can't remember, I think it's Rigg Station or it's one of the train stations. And the enemies just weren't spawning. The only thing we did to stop it bugging out was just stay in the area where you actually shoot the wagon, like shoot the drivers, get Lem out of the back. Because he calls out the directions which the enemies are coming from. So if you're running around like lunatics because you know they're spawns, then for some reason they wasn't spawning in. So be careful with that mission. If need be, chuck a dynamite at Lem. That will fail the mission, so you retry from the checkpoint and start that little section again. But there are a couple of bugs here and there, so just be careful when you're doing that. But coming downstairs, this is the engine room. This is Marcel. He's literally just going to stand here sweeping up and stirring all the moonshine and making it. There's the condenser at the back. And if we go over here and we hold Y, this is where you make your moonshine. So, this is using the still, this is where you need the mash. You come into here, it takes half an hour to produce weak, 45 for average, and an hour for strong. You would be paying money, so when you only have access to weak, which is when you very first start, it's going to take half an hour and it costs $30 if I remember correctly. Doing the bootlegger missions, you can knock that down to $10. The average stuff is going to put the price up for both of them up to $50, but you'll get more on a sell mission. I think it's $75 or $82.50 for the week, and I think you get around $144 to $160 for the average. And when you're playing the game and having a laugh with your friends and stuff, it like time flies by, so this is done in no time at all. Then you add your flavour in. You actually need ingredients, so like berries and mint and different things like that, which you can find in the open world, but you can also buy a lot of it from the catalogue, or I believe you can go into a general store. You might be able to buy some of the, like, I don't know, say you need sage or something like that for one of the ingredients, one of the recipes, then you might be able to go buy it from the doctor. Not sure if the doctor's going to be involved, but most of it you can just buy from the catalogue, but when you flavour it, it's worth more money. Then you just wait for this to build up production. It says buyers will refresh every 2 days. I believe that's every 2 days in game time, because when we've been doing it, it's only ever had a 2-hour reset time, so every 2 hours it refreshes. But that's making up the moonshine. Once Marcel has dealt with all 20 bottles, you are going to be able to do a sell mission. Be careful, I recommend doing it with a friend or two, because if you're driving the wagon, if there's any damage caused, some of the bottles will smash, you'll get a lot less money for your sell mission, and the profits at the start aren't huge. But make sure, like, if you are playing with a friend, have, like, say there's 2 friends, so you and 2 friends in your posse, you're driving, have one in front and one behind. One in front goes off in front, like, actually gain some distance from the wagon, goes and scouts, because there's normally an NPC group set up, like a little roadblock, deal with them, then there'll be enemies spawning behind you for the rest of the sell mission, but they don't take long. We actually managed to smash one out in about 90 seconds, maybe 2 minutes, because they're not far at all. You normally get a 10-minute timer thereabouts for these missions. I believe they're a little bit longer distance if you're going to one of the really expensive buyers. But that's everything with the moonshine, actually producing it. When you get the upgrades, this is the door that will open, and this is going to be your bar. You can literally go up to your bar and you can serve people drinks. You can lean on the bar. You can eat some almonds. You get them for free. You can pour a drink. You can tend the bar. You can actually get drunk and have a laugh down here. And when you get the band expansion, it comes over here. And the banjo, this, 2, 3, I believe the violin, 4, guitar, 5, and the washboard, 6. You can take over any of those instruments. You can flourish, so you can pull out some wacky dance moves, and there's actually a dance floor here. So when the band is playing, you can just stand here and you can pull off different dances. It's such a laugh, and that's why it's worth all the money, because playing with friends is amazing. And that is pretty much everything there is to the moonshine business. You literally just run the bootlegger missions to save yourself money on the mash. You flavour your moonshine, you level up the roll. If we quickly go and take a look, this is going to wrap the video up now, because this is literally the last thing I can explain about this. I'm currently rank 8 in the role. When you start off, you will actually get some tokens. Then you'll get berry cobbler. That's some good moonshine to be producing. More tokens. This bootlegger opportunities. I thought, being as tier 4 or level 4, rank 4, whatever you want to call it, for the other roles to unlock the free roam event, I thought it was going to be the same thing, but I've not seen a free roam event pop up yet, so I'm not entirely sure. Then you get a bold dance, but as soon as you start, you can unlock all this novice stuff. So there's toxic moonshine, which is basically you craft the moonshine using the pamphlet, and it's like a throwable, like a grenade or something. You get the bar expansion straight away, but it does cost $950. Then from rank 5 all the way up to rank 10. At rank 5 you're going to get the Wild Creek Moonshine, which is a new recipe. You'll get an ingredient satchel upgrade, so you can now hold more items in your pouch for holding ingredients, more tokens. At rank 9 you can take on an extra buyer order. Then you get some more tokens. In the promising kit you've got yourself a buckle. You get the band expansion, which is $850. So altogether it's $1,800 to get the bar and the band. But be careful, when you're expanding with the bar, it will actually, like, Marcel basically uses an old batch of moonshine to fill up your bar. So I think it comes out of production. I'm not 100% sure exactly how that works. But then you have the condenser upgrade for $825. This will allow you to start producing the average strength moonshine. So you're going to get bigger sales, you're going to be making more money, the price of mash will go up a little bit. But again, through the Outlaw Pass, you can unlock some free tickets for the mash. And you can also reduce the price if you're doing the bootlegger missions. Then, established from rank 10 to 15, you get a new dance, you get Spiced Island Moonshine. I'm hoping that's worth a good amount of money, you get some tokens. And then Master Distiller, you can actually reduce the time taken to create a batch of moonshine. I can't wait to get to 15, so that it's quicker to produce it. But with the established kit, you can get yourself one of those. You can get the Norfolk Roadster, some new horses. You can get that outfit, the Pittsburgh. You can get some weird and wacky hairstyle. Not really bothered about that. You can get yourself another holster. But for $875, you can also get yourself the Polished Copper upgrade, which will allow the operation and production of strong moonshine, which is going to get more people in your bar. You're going to get buyers paying more money, and it's pretty much the last thing that's going to be... This is available from rank 10, this established stuff, so novice straight away. Promising kit is from rank 5, like it all unlocks at rank 5 if you've got the tokens. The established stuff, so this Polished Copper upgrade will be available when you're rank 10. Then you get some more tokens, you can now store more items in your materials pouch, more tokens, greatly reduce the risk of attacks, so I'm guessing rival moonshiners are going to come and attack, similar to what happens in the bunker without the security upgrade and stuff in GTA, although none of that's ever happened to me, so I'm not sure how that works. Then last but not least, at rank 20, you'll get the Rowdy Dance, which you just dance erratically. That could be quite a laugh. But as of rank 15, you can get the Wilkesboro outfit. I'm hoping you can change the colour of that. I'd like it in red or white even. You get the Hangover, so you can show Barrel Fever Remorse. You get the Norfolk Roadster, you get 2 different coats for it. And then you get yourself a top hat. And that is absolutely every single thing there is to know about the moonshine. Again, make sure you're playing in posses if possible, just so that you can get the extra XP for running other people's missions. Although, bear in mind, if you're in a posse, your own production will come to a halt. It won't carry on until you're doing it in your own posse. And I mean, it's going to be a super long video, I do apologise, but I wanted to explain every single thing in depth. I don't really think there's a fast way to do any of this. Not this time around, because Trader and everything was fairly quick. But I mean, 25% extra boost from rank 49 in the Outlaw Pass. So if you're at rank 49 already, you'll be getting XP flying in to level that stuff up. And obviously with the Outlaw Pass Premium as well, rank 1 you get 15%. So by the time you're 49, you're actually getting 40% instead of 25. So the XP boost from the Outlaw Pass is going to be incredibly helpful. But as always, let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments. What do you think of this role compared to the other 3 that are in the game? I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it helped you out. Thank you for watching.